She's improving the look of her fungus-damaged nail while she sleeps.
Only Carousel patches work for up to 8 hours to reduce discoloration and thickness.
Now that's what I call beauty sleep.
Carousel nighttime patches. We've got you covered.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Seal, the easy way to coat, seal, and stop leaks fast. Flex Seal is actually liquid rubber in a can. Go grab a can of Flex Seal at these fine retailers.
When you sleep more deeply.
And as far as Giuliani, as far as his hair dye running, I'm sure that the Obama government had somehow infiltrated the hair dye industry, or they was spying on Rudy Giuliani, and they noticed that he used hair dye, probably for gray hair, and therefore had it run when he started sweating with the change of chemicals in it. That's how they roll. We hit unmute.
I won these Bluetooth headphones for $20.
I got these 3 suitcases for less than $40.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
The systematic breakdown of American government. They keep saying we're in post-truth. We're in post-truth. No, we're not. What are you talking about, post-truth? So you can just lie your ass off and, well, we're post-truth. We're post-truth.
Depends on who you ask. If you ask like a poor New Yorker in the 90s, he's the worst. Rich and white, he's the best. And now, for a Trump fan, he's a truth teller. He's loyal to the bone. To a liberal, he's lost his mind. It's all about perception.
It's all about perception, right?
Last night, Rudy's son, Andrew Giuliani, lost the Republican primary for New York governor.
Perception.
Yeah.
Isn't
His
it
biggest
about
weakness,
truth?
name recognition.
We need to make sure we are doing everything that we possibly can for our kids to leave them a better state than was handed to us. We need to make sure that we're fighting to make Rudy Giuliani and Donald Trump
Black Lives Matter. Black power, black power, black power. Good evening.
to make sure that we truly can make New York great again. Let's get Congressman Zelda elected on November 8th. And the best is truly yet to come. God bless you. God bless you. And God bless the good standing right. Thank you.
I'm very shy. I don't like to take pictures.
I think it's a sign of the times and how polarized we are. He obviously is, he's the kind of guy that was, the greatest mayor in the history of our country and the greatest mayor and the greatest prosecutor, one of the greatest in the history of our country. And I think that's certainly a lot closer to the truth than what we've seen from the left.
And Obama was reviving cartels in New York.
Mr. Mayor, can we take a picture with you? And I work really hard.
Rudy Giuliani, he's been in the public eye for 50 years.
Matter of fact,
He's kept himself
shipping in all
in
kinds
the
of different
bloodstream.
people that
If you violate the law.
Obama would ship in all kinds of different very evil people with their data from overseas. Oh, we like this guy. Come on into America. We'll show you the path to come into America. We'll give you a luxury hotel in New York and give you New York jobs that, of course, the people got fired for because they didn't want to give up their right to body autonomy. We gave up their jobs because they didn't want to take an Obama injection.
Biden's laptop. And when you look at the photograph section, you see 50 pictures.
All right,
of
come on, man.
underage girls.
Here's what we'll do.
Underage.
I'll be
Underage. So underage. Right. What is my story about? What is my story about? They don't let my story be out because they banned me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all that. All the leaders, Facebook CEOs included, are all pedophiles.
Thank you.
Or demonized, I suppose. I mean, you got to ask what's really behind.
They kept showing me pedophilic stuff on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and all this and that, and they knew I had a addictive personality, and his federal makeup of the FBI shows that he has a addictive personality. We're just going to show him child porn constantly.
A glorious death. That's not the way most politicians think.
You've got a temper. I'm a person who feels very strongly about things like integrity.
So how is it that he became this farcical figure who would put himself at the service of a clown, terribly dangerous and malevolent?
Is that news? He's a clown. His breath stinks. He has boogers. He has cooties. Is that fucking news?
Rudy was, and as self-seeking as Rudy was, that is to say, as ambitious as Rudy was, it's going to lead you into very dangerous places and a different kind of trajectory.
How a man once known as America's mayor arrived at this moment.
This was America's mayor.
America's mayor. He's the mayor of New York City.
For breaking up cartels.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rudy Giuliani.
Let me put in the record that cartels, Giuliani was known to break cartels. What did Obama bring? But let's look at Chicago, the highest death rate of any major city. Still, today, with their drive-by shootings, their hit lists for political data. We don't like their data, they're going to get shot. They'll just mark it up as gang violence. Their violence going big city to big city to big city, spreading like a damn disease.
And a provocation all of his career.
Good evening.
Even at his strongest moment, it showed me how limited he was. And 9/11 gave him the opportunity. All of us have made mistakes in public life growing up. But if you get an opportunity, you grow and you show you grow. Man. He couldn't do it. It just was not him.
We begin this hour with breaking news. In New York, there are civil and criminal investigations into the former president's business dealings. And in Georgia, a special grand jury is looking into efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Tomorrow in Atlanta, Rudy Giuliani is expected to testify.
We will not talk about this until it's over. It's a grand jury, and grand juries, as I recall, a secret.
Do you believe President Trump is the ultimate target of this investigation?
I'm not going to comment on the grand jury investigation.
Rudy Giuliani has finally today.
Well, what the Democrats have mastered is they have tech, they have artificial intelligence, and they have Satanism. They practice Satanism and evil in high places on those leaders like Giuliani or Trump or whatever. They use Satanism against those that really threaten them.
Giuliani, at this point, is staying out of prison.
Jimmy Breslin, those of you who were born more recently, was a great newspaper columnist. And he once described Giuliani as a dictator in search of a balcony. And I think that was about right. He almost got the balcony, and then he blew it.
What is Obama? What is Obama? The black card, the race card. If anyone would desecrate my race card, I'll throw him over the balcony, over my brother's keeper. I'm trying to import new recruits to take over America.
It's a question of citizenship.
Who has the right to be heard in our nation?
We've got an avalanche of lies, propaganda, and disinformation, which, by the way, is the standard operating procedure of tyrants and dictators and bullies and strongmen all over the earth.
Democracy is not the default condition for the way that people live in this world, and it never has been.
If
it's
it's
very
democracy,
hard
then
to
why
do what
can't
we're
I
trying
have a
to
voice? Joy Reid, why can't I have a voice? You know that violence breaks out when they take out political discourse. When I don't have an outlet to talk, to interact with people, violence breaks out. Most often, but of course I've been trained up by God. I only go so far. But they will go to murder. They, of course, were trained at, oh yes, killing babies, little black babies in the womb during Black Lives Matter. It pays off for campaign contributions. Murder pays. And that's what they believe, that murder pays.